Alright guys, pretty sure I'm live. Just gonna double check. I'm gonna try not to be super loud because I know my Latin self is gonna be loud and I'm not in a phone booth this time. So start commenting if you're in here. Hashtag, just so I know. Also tell me if you can't hear me because I'm whispering too much. Shoot, where's the light? Oh, there we go. I'm on. Is it really loud? Can you guys not hear me? You can hear me, Juan. Hi, Juan. Hi, Owen. Hey, Tasha. So I want to go over a couple things. What's up, Cynthia? Hi, friend. Miss you too. What is that sound? What sound are you hearing? Tasha, tell me what. Are you hearing my echo? Is that why? Is it music in the background or it's like clanging plates maybe? If not, I'll try to still go to the phone booth. As long as you can hear me. I don't even care. I'm going to be loud at this point. But so anyway, so I wanted to go over clients and sounds like a gym in the background. It's definitely not a gym. You know what it is? It's that front door. It's just super loud. I'm at WeWork, guys. Let me just check if that phone booth's empty or not. No, it's not empty, so I'm gonna just do it here. It's fine. So let me know, guys, what do you do when you sign on a client, your first month is over, and then what? I kind of want to hear what is your plan, because I feel like after talking to a lot of people, you don't really have a good plan, either on how to keep them long term, how find out if they're satisfied, if they're not satisfied, how to fix it, or what to say so to get them dissatisfied. Is that the word? So what is it that you guys do now as far as after you sign on a new client in a month? What is it you do? Hey, Jeff, what's up? You guys are all having a party there in Miami while I'm not there, literally. Arnie's going up there next week. Y'all crashing at my place. Y'all should have a big sleepover, Jeff, Arnie, Andrew. Simone and Sienna say hi. Okay, bye, no more distractions. Okay, anyways, guys, so let me know. So Juan says he basically yells at them like Jeff says too. So yeah, true. Jeff does like yelling. He yells at me. I know that. But after the month, what have you found, Juan? Like, are they usually satisfied? Are they kind of like, oh my God, these leads aren't converting? Like, what's the typical answer that you're getting? I want to give you an example. And also, are you taking their word for it, right? So for example, this new client that I started working with a month ago, it's the same franchise that I always work with, but I signed on new locations. We give them the Google sheet to kind of track their results, right? And they say, oh, I did my first callback, I did my second callback, I did my third callback. Once they do those callbacks, they're going to write whether the person booked or not. So do you just take their word for it, at least the first couple months, or do you do a little more investigating on your end? That's my question. So just to give you an example, I always try to do the investigation at least the first 2 months on my end just to prove that I'm right, because I like to prove that I'm right. So what I do is I get access to their system, or I have them download reports for me. So I say, okay, look, can you download or export the report telling me what your, bookings were this month, who booked what, and they can all bullet, whether it's car washes or restaurants who have sales sheets and so on. So I go over the sheet with them and find out if they followed up right. But so agreed, I go over the sheet, but what happens is they say they followed up and they say it still went to voicemail. So what I try to do is get access to their system, and a lot of them give it to me. And I actually manually go in there one by one. And I look to see who booked and who did it. And remember also people who might have booked or purchased something, they might have purchased something more. So that means your lead or your ticket was a lot higher. So for example, if I had gone by what my client had told me, according to them, out of 81 bookings, out of 81 leads in 1 month, I would have only made them $1,000, and I think it was a conversion rate of like 20 something percent. When I don't listen to them and I don't take their word for it, and I just took, an hour and went through manually and checked, there was over $2,500 in sales and 30 bookings, and it ended up being, a much higher conversion rate. Like, what's that? Almost 40%, 30 something percent. So this is why, like, the follow-up is really important. So, and on top of that, I know everybody does their kind of sequencing of, you get the lead, you send out the automated emails, you may send out automated texts or whatever else it is you send up. But what do you do after that? So when I get to my month's end, what I do is I extract everybody who has not responded or booked, and I will send a mass, whatever it is, whether it's a text message, email, whatever it is I decide depending on the situation. And I will send it out saying, hey, just following up, making sure we still got you that offer before it expires really soon. And I did that on Saturday. And on top of those 30 bookings, I got 5 more bookings on that Saturday by just doing that final, again, follow-up. So now the clients they were happy before, honestly, even thinking I had only done 9 bookings out of 81 leads and $1,000. But when it turns out to be $2,500, because people, like, for example, I'm talking about a spa right now, they might book 1 massage, but they would bring in their wife. So that's a couple. So when I look at the actual invoice, they're spending more money. So the average ticket, which the deal was $50, which, by the way, I'm not running a discount deal. So I got the 81 leads on their straight offer. Like, if you were to walk through the front door, you get that same exact offer. So I'm not running any deep discount deal to get these 81 leads, guys. I'm just running their straight price and just driving traffic. That's it. So with those 81 leads, the average ticket should be $50. The average ticket was actually a lot higher. I think it was around $75 because people would get upgrades, people would bring a couples in, or they would buy products. So I'm finding that clients have so far complained about the lead quality if they're real people. So I'm learning chatbots to make sure they're real life people since I'm on Facebook. I also do simple surveys 14 days after. Right, but after those 14 days, I know everybody kind of goes up to 14 days. What are you doing? Because look at that, even after the 14 days, at the end of the month, I separated everybody who hadn't booked, and I still reached out to them one last time and got 5 more bookings. And when I look at the responses, they're like, oh my God, yeah, I meant to do it before and I forgot. And oh my God, do you have something for today? So actually, always when I do those final follow-ups, I make sure that they have availability that day, because a lot of people end up saying, oh shoot, that's right, do you have anything today? So Michael's questions, how do you keep track of the actual money coming in? Do you have to have it? So yeah, Michael, I just went over that. So when I'm starting to work with a client, I do ask for access to their systems, and I don't think I've had one that has told me no. And if they can't give me access to their system, what they do is they export the sales for that month. So for example, if it's a spa, they'll export the list, and I just compare it to my sheets, and I don't look at the booking, I look at the total invoice number. So what I want to see is what was actually paid, like what was the invoice amount, because your invoice amount might be much more than what the booking was. So for example, if I just book a straight massage, that's $50, but if I bought upgrades or if I bought products on the side, now my invoice ticket is a lot higher. So instead of $50, I'm spending $200, or I'm spending $150. So that changes your bottom line. That makes your lead much more worth the money, right? So yeah, if you can, and the way you tell them why you need access to their system, say it's for their benefit as well, It's just to make sure that you're making sure the leads are quality. This is a reporting for them, not for you. At the end of the day, you can just kind of say, look, I'm doing this for you. This is an extra service I'm adding for you. But only do it for the first couple months. Once they get comfortable and they're now happy, that you're providing quality leads and they're seeing that they are converting a lot higher than they thought they would. Because I promise you guys are just going by what they're saying on the Excel spreadsheet. I know you are, because I've done it. Stop doing that. Take control, put it in your own hands. This is how you keep them longer and hold them accountable. Say, okay, your front desk, just like you said, Juan, Jeff likes to yell at them. I yell at them too. Hey, your front desk Erin sucks. She wrote down that she called this person 3 times. Well, guess what? I just have a text message from that person saying they were never called. So, and that's also, for example, the voicemail recording, and I've talked about it before. We found one employee was actually selecting who she said yes or no to the promotion. So I ran a promotion. She answered a call and the person said, hey, I just got this promotion thing. Did you guys do it? And she would say, yes, we did. And she booked it and everything. The second call comes in, hey, I just got this promotion thing. Did you guys do this? Be like, no, we didn't do it. So now your front desk is screwing up your business. And those are the things that you have to show and prove your clients and make sure that they understand that. So this is why it's really important. If you can get access, great. If you can't, just ask them to export the information, because I promise you they can all export it. I have never had one client that tell me they can't export that information. And I've never had one client say they don't want to. Because at the end of the day, they want to know that their marketing dollars are working. So let me know if that makes sense for you. Michael says, yes, I was having issues getting them to access their system. Yeah, do a little bit, ask more questions. What's your guys' system? All I need is a list. All I need is, the ticket number. They can all export it. So export when you send invoices, they can all pull sales reports, right? Every business should be able to pull a sales report. So if you've been working with them for the month of October, let's say, this is just an example, ask them for the sales report, which includes the client name and contact information and their invoice number. And every business I've worked for, I've been able to pull this report. So I can't imagine any business not doing it. And if they can't do it, they shouldn't be running a business, or that just means they don't know how to do it. So you have them export that. Let's say they can't give you managerial access, so you can just go in there yourself. You ask them to export the sales list, which should include your total ticket number. Brandon, how do you listen to your calls? I use a call recording number. Juan says, after the 14 days though, no, I do not have anything else. Yeah, so that's really important, because I feel like we all have, I've seen people build this 14-day program and system, which is great, but you can still get more, especially before the very end of your month. So I don't know about you guys, but I do with my new clients, especially wrap up end of the month calls, just to see where we're at, where do we want to go, what are we doing next. And I don't know what you mean you've been getting on Jeff about what, Juan. But yeah, don't give up after the 14 days. Don't think a lead is dead after the 14 days, because had I done that, I wouldn't have gotten 5 more bookings on Saturday, which was, it was actually a little bit over a month since those leads came in. Do you get paid per lead or percentage of spend? So Owen, it depends. It depends. This is what I say. I don't have, and this is what I tell everybody, you cannot have like one set price or one set package for everybody. Like, you need to customize it for everybody, because everybody has different price points. Everybody has different clients. Everybody has different customers. So if you think it's just, $1,500, $1,500, one, you'll never make more money than you can. You'll just be stuck on that same retainer every month. And two, like, I customize it. And this is what I spoke about in my live last week with Jay, is we have this equation. You figure out what their product is and what it costs them to do it, the marketing dollars, and that's where you figure out your retainer. So I always say, if they want bookings, like my actual booking system, they're paying more money. If they just want leads, they're paying just the basic retainer. And then anything extra that I do, like the We Miss You campaigns that we do in my course, or the e-blast and stuff, that's when I charge them like individually for that on top of my retainer. Oh, we talked about that. So one, I'm getting him to basically teach us what to do after the 14 days. Yeah, no, I got you. But I don't want to talk too much about Jeff's course because that's Jeff's course. He'll teach you guys. I know it. I know Jeff, but and he does well. But I'm gonna leave that in his. Um, let's go. The money is on the follow up. It's all on the follow up, and this is why you. This is how you're going to keep your clients long term, guys. They're not going to leave you right away. Right away. I was actually telling someone yesterday, the day before, that I don't have the time or the energy to sit there and go look for new clients every week. It's exhausting. Like, I'd rather take, the 20, 15 clients that I have and foster them and make them happy. So I don't have to be hunting down new clients every day, every week. That's exhausting. And also I'm at the point where I deny clients. I don't take them on. I say, okay, my agency's at cap, so unless you're going to be a really high ticket person, I'm not going to take you. So you got to get to that point. And by just taking on these clients and not fostering them the way you should, you're going to lose them within six weeks. It's so important. So that's one of my tips, is especially at your month 1 and your month 2, to do these follow-ups. Ask for access to their system. I've never had anybody tell me no. Never. Because it's for their benefit. Remember, the way you're pitching it, it's for you. In reality, it's for you. You're covering yourself. You're saying, yeah, you told me I only got 9 bookings. Well, guess what? I got over 30. Kiss my ass, right? So in reality, you're doing it for yourself. Don't tell your client to kiss your ass. So anyways, so let's see, questions. KXL, Big Boopsie, see you're on. Carlos, hey, you're looking so. Oh, thanks, Carlos. You're always so nice. How's my nephew? It's actually my niece, but she's doing great. So I'm already sad that I'm going to be leaving her in like a month. And my sister's doing great. Thanks for asking. So actually, let's get to that point. So it was about a couple weeks ago, I put a post, which is like Digital Marketer Friend Friday or something, where if you invited your digital marketing friends, you would be entered into this giveaway. So I was going to give away my course, my entire course. So all the modules plus student access to somebody. And let me go ahead and share my screen because I want to make sure to do this raffle legit, to where I didn't just pick a random person. I literally, I sat here and I put everybody's name on this. So I wanted to do it live just so you guys can see. So I put everybody who entered it, their name is here for the amount of times that they put it in, you guys. So this is a random name picker. I'm gonna click the button in front of you guys so you guys know that it's the computer picking it, not me. And this person's gonna get complete access to all of my modules and everything. So let's go ahead and pick a random name. So here's the button. I'm a little nervous. Not gonna lie. All right, so who got it? Oh, Sonia got it. I'm gonna have to tag her in it, guys. Okay, so you saw Sonia got it. I'm sorry, Carlos, you did such a great job. I'll probably give you like something a little extra just because I know you did a lot. Carlos and Sonia really like killed it here. They invited so many people, but yeah, so Sonia gets my course. So I'm gonna make sure to let her know. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of this so she can see. All right, guys, so do you have any questions when it comes to following up? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me stop my share. As far as, what do you do after your 14 days? Does everybody just only follow up with those leads? Do you take your client's words for it? What else do you do? Let me know. What's your client lifespan? Do they leave you after 6? Yes, Sonia just jumped on. Sonia, you just won. Like, I just did it live, by the way. So that everybody knows that I did not just pick a random name, the computer did it. So yeah, what do you do after the 14 days? So after the 14 days, yeah, I want to know what you guys do because I talked about what I do. So at the end of the month, I do a follow-up meeting where I get them all on the phone call and we go over what were the ads, what were the results, what were the click-throughs, and then I go over, okay, now I'm taking all this information. Now I'm creating my retargeting ads, by the way. And I just saw yesterday there's new options also for retargeting, which you guys should go check out. It's really cool. So not only am I starting my retargeting ads now with video views or with the lead forms, the engagement with the lead forms. Now I'm going to start building all that, but then I take all the people who have not followed up, and now I retarget them with mass texting, mass emailing, or mass voicemail. It all depends on what the situation is. So that's what I do after my 14-day follow-up. And like I said, had I taken my client's word for it, I would have only had 9, according to them, I only had 9 bookings out of 81 leads and $1,000. When I actually go in the system myself, I found I had over 30 bookings, over $2,500 in ad spend on those 81 leads. And when I did my follow-up after a month, I had 5 more bookings. So yeah, don't take your client's word for it, especially when it's a brand new client. I actually have a client today that he's been with me for like 4 years now, and his front desk, like out of 158 leads, according to them, they only had 9 bookings. You really think I believe that? 9 bookings out of 158 leads? No. So after I get off this live, guess what I'm doing? I'm going in that system and I'm double checking. But I only do it when I see like that kind of discrepancy. Now that he's been with me for 4 years, I don't do it all the time. But now that just, because remember, they also get a lot of new front desks too. So you never know like who's new and who might be screwing it up. So the people you were working with before might be different people now. So you just always want to hold them accountable. But I'm sorry, 158 leads and only 9 bookings, I don't believe it. So I'll let you guys know after in the comments how many bookings I really had. So yeah, any other questions? Yay, Sonia. Tasha, we're gonna get you all hooked up so you get the whole course and everything. I'm actually really curious. I want to hear your feedback. I know you did a great job. Carlos did great too. But let me know, what is your guys' average client lifespan? What is your follow-up? And if you have any questions, if not, I'm gonna hop off. Who do you have a meeting with? Owners, doctors, or office managers? Doctors give you an hour of the month to review. Yeah, so essentially whoever's writing me the check, and by the way, this is with a brand new client. Later on, they might be able to assign it to like a manager or someone who's running for them. But if you're writing me the check, and it's not only owners and doctors, it's investors. So I have meetings with overseas investors and businesses as well. Because yeah, maybe a local business here, but there might be somebody funding it overseas, and they want to make sure they see their marketing dollars working. To the point where I've been able to show them that they're working, and they say, okay, great, you want to start getting commission off your sales. So that's what we're in discussion now, is with the holidays, if I sell actual packages online, which is what I did last year, I just wasn't doing commissions for it because it was very in a test phase. But now that I've tested and I know that I can make it work, I'm discussing commissions. So any sales that I do and I can track them, I get commission off that. And that's with the investors, that's with the owners, that's with the area developers, whoever is like bigger on top that I can get on the phone, especially if it's the first 2 months, that's who you want to talk to. Because an office manager is not going to relay the information to your owner, is what I found. They'll actually sometimes lie. I've had one time like try to cover, like they made a mistake and they tried to like throw me under a bus to cover their ass. And in her text message actually says, please don't tell the doctor this and this. I'm like, nah, this is my business. Like my business comes before whatever scam it is you're trying to pull. So remember, at the end of the day, it's your business. You got to cover your ass. You got to, don't rely on the front desk to do your business for you, right? So ask for that access. Don't be scared. It's really important in the first 2 months that you're working with a new client, so you can prove. Then once they get comfortable with you, they're really not gonna ask. Even this client that has been with me for 4 years, and I don't believe the front desk right now, he's not asking me to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm gonna go back to him and tell him, hey, guess what? The front desk is full of crap. So what do you say in the text that you send? I'll tell you right now exactly what I sent on Saturday, just so I'm not like, it's usually always the same thing. And this is the 1 month follow-up, guys, by the way. And it's one like this new client, I know they were following up, but let's see. Campaign, here we go. So it said, hi, this is Steven, so the owner's name at X Business. Just checking to see if you've been able to redeem your 1 hour full body massage for only $49.95. Give us a call to schedule your offer before it expires soon. And then I put the call tracking number on. I look forward to speaking with you. And then of course you have to put the reply stop to opt out. That's it. Hi, this is Steven at X Business. I'm just checking to make sure you got to redeem your offer before it expires really soon. Give us a call to schedule. Here's the tracking number. And then they would either call the spa directly or they would text back. So like some of the texts I got back, I don't know, will it show it to me here? I'm not gonna be able to find it as easily, but I can tell you now what the text back. Some of them were. So it was so many things. Here we go. I would like to schedule one now. Please schedule it for sometime today or tomorrow. That was it. That was the response. So what do? I screenshotted the text. The text message says the client, the lead's name that matches my Excel spreadsheet. And it also has their number. And then they can respond and call them right away. And I just respond from the system. No problem. We're going to give you a call right now to book. The other person, any openings this afternoon. So this is why I say it's important when you do these 1 month follow-ups, people, they just get busy in their life. So you have to make sure there's availability that day that you're doing it. I've actually told clients, I'm not going to do it that day because you're fully booked. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't even notice. And the other person's like, yes, do you have any openings Tuesday during 9 to 2? Thank you so much. Let me know. So let me go back so I can see your question. So that's an example that's actually exactly what I say in my follow-up text messages. And I do it for every client. I do it for my gym client, my spas, it doesn't matter who it is, I do it for everybody. Oh, you're gonna be popular with the front desk. Oh, one of the managers at one of the spas hates me because I always call her spa is like the worst one. The owners love me, the directors love me, most of the managers love me because they're like, oh my God, we've never seen a system like this. But when you're the manager that's screwing up or your spa is the one that's screwing up, you're not gonna like me. But guess what, guys? That's always been the case my whole life. Guess what? I was a manager at the age of 18 at a movie theater, and I was always the manager that's like, come on, guys, let's clean, let's work, let's get the job done. And most people are lazy. Most people don't want to work hard. Most people just want to collect a paycheck at the end of the week, and that's it. So when you're the asshole that's saying, work, get it done, stop being lazy, they're going to hate you no matter what. So I've always learned that I always say my please and thank yous. I'm always very courteous. You know, let's correct it this way, let's correct it that way, blah, blah, blah. But I even have the relationship with my owners and directors where I curse. I'm like, this freaking Aaron like screwed it up, blah, blah, blah. But they're going to hate you no matter. If you're telling somebody to work harder or they're not doing the right job and here's the right way to do it, they're still not going to like you because they were just being lazy in the first place. So Juan, so you send that only to people that signed up for the voucher but never came in or not responding? Exactly. So I exclude the people that booked because I don't want to sit there and harass them, right? So yeah, I sit there and just extract those people and then upload the list. It's literally like an upload button and that's it. And you can do it multiple ways. It doesn't only have to be a text message, it can be other ways. So any other questions? Because I think I'm gonna hop off in a little bit. What's up, George? What's up, Christian? They're not gonna like you because not many do extra, only what they're paid for, exactly. And especially front desk. Front desk, these people are mostly minimum wage or just above minimum wage. They don't have like a crazy amount of experience. They're not trying to make this their career path, you know. They're just trying to get summer money or something like that. So don't put your business and your agency in their hands. So what I'm saying is take it into your own hands, and you have to do that to keep your clients long term. Stop trying to get new clients every 6 weeks. Like, oh, I got one in, I'm going to lose them in 6 weeks. Let me already start looking for the next one. I'm going to lose that one and the next one. And then it's like this, it feels like a hamster wheel of like a never ending circle of clients in and clients out, clients in and clients out. That would drive me insane. I would never have been able to have an agency for these many years successfully if it was just a constant hamster wheel of in and out, in and out, in and out. So in your offer, then you must have an end by date or what? I don't. I just say there is one, but there really isn't. So, because remember, there is. So when I'm running for pretty much every one of my clients right now, I don't think anybody has a discount going on right now. Is their deal? So if you walk through the front door, you're gonna get the exact same deal that I'm running on Facebook ads. All I'm doing is I'm positioning it as if it was a deal. So one, my copy is not that same copy that you guys see out there. Hey, guess what? Are you tired of this? Hurry, there's only 37 vouchers left. I don't do all that, right? And if you guys have seen my small masterclass, or if you see a lot of my teachings, like that's not the only copy in the world. Like there's multiple options of what copy to write that work. And so my offer is not a special offer. It's the exact same offer of anybody who walks in through the street and through the door. So technically there is no expiration date on that. But when I position it in the follow-up emails, I say, okay, hurry up, use it soon before it expires. But I never actually write an expiration date. So it's just, because remember, people don't fully read. People don't, because even if they come in November and supposedly it expired in October, we're not going to say no. Money's money, right? And either way, there was no offer. There was no deal. It's like one of my students, Michelle, the other day said, I have a swim school, the owner doesn't want to give an offer. Like they don't want a discount. I'm like, okay, fine. What is their normal price? And she's like, oh, $300 for 10 classes. I'm like, great. Hey guys, swim school, free assessment. That's the only thing he would do is a free assessment. So get 10 classes at $30, starting at $30, say like a 40% discount or something like that, plus a free assessment. So it's all in how you word it and position it. So technically there was no discount for that swim school, but it sounded like you were giving a discount. Does that make any sense to you? So don't always think that you have to deep discount with your clients, because right now I'm getting 150 leads for one client in Connecticut, 160 something for his other location that's like 20 miles away, 81 for a brand new client I had never touched that market before in the first month over in Texas. So none of them are running a deal or a discount. It is their straight introductory offer. I'm very excited to learn your secrets and keep clients longer. Yeah, I'm all about that, Sonia. Also, I want to hear more about your clients and what your audience is. Eric Perez, fear of missing out, FOMO. Yeah, it makes sense. Cool. All right, guys, do you have any other questions? What if you have an offer that you're running for a while? What about it? Because I've been running this offer. This is their offer year round. So the only time I switch up their offer is when, like, for example, he just emailed me today. He's like, oh, I want to start pushing. We're always doing massages because they do so well. I want to start doing facials. So it's really when the client gets like the itch to do something new. Or now with the holidays, that's when we really start doing our different packages. So holidays I get really excited for because I know that's when I literally kill it when it comes to sales and everything. So that's when we do different offers.
So any questions? I'm gonna give it like 2 seconds more and then I'm gonna pop off because I got work to do. Oh, gotcha. All right, cool. So if you guys watched the replay, let me know. If you watched the live, let me know. If you have any questions that you think of later on, feel free to let me know. Sonia, we're gonna get you access to my course. And yeah, guys, there's a lot more coming out. I'm actually really excited. I think I've talked about it a little bit. We're finalizing the sales vault. So I'm creating a vault of videos of selling like sales script. So for example, I had a client that had a manager that every time I would hear the phone calls, he would kill it, absolutely kill it. He would sell every time he got on the phone using my scripts, and I'm like, oh my God, Corey's doing amazing. Why? He's the manager. Why isn't he teaching Aaron and these other idiots you have at the front desk how to do it? And the owner tells me, oh, some people are teachers and some people are doers. And unfortunately, Corey's not really a teacher. He's more of a doer. So when I ask him to train and teach, he doesn't do a good job. So I'm like, okay, great, no problem. Schedule an hour with him on me on the phone, and we're gonna sit there and kind of run lines, right? So I was just pitching him the sales lines, and he was responding like as if he was trying to sell me, and he just hits it out of the park. And so that's something that you will now take to your clients after the front desk follows up. After the front desk screws up, there's a fly there, guys. I'm not crazy. After the front desk screws up, you can say, here you go. Will this help you? Will this help you show your front desk how to sell, how to word things? And it's a tool that you're going to use in your agency that's already done for you. And you're going to say, here, this is for your benefit. The other thing that we're doing this week and finishing next week is an email bank. So the one thing I hear from everybody's like, I don't know how to write these follow-up emails. I need a copywriter to write all these email sequencing. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. And I'm really tired of seeing the same stuff all around because I'm also not sold on all of it. So I actually hired and working with somebody to create this email bank for you of the email sequences, and you could just pull them out and use them for your clients. So it's going to be doing all these templates, which is right now we're working on the spas. We have dental, we have chiropractor, we have real estate, and there is one more. Can't remember the other one. It might be gym. So right now we're working on the 5 first basic templates. All of them have between 4 to 6 email sequences in them, and it'll just be there in the course, and you can grab it whenever you want. It's just like an added bonus benefit for you guys. So remember, my course right now is in beta, so I'm growing it, and as I'm interacting with you guys and learning the needs and the wants, I'm just adding and adding. And once I'm done adding, I'll never be done adding, but once I'm majority done adding, that's when, the course will get out of beta price and go up. But right now is when it's a really good time to get in because you're going to get all this added benefit and you get lifetime access. Later on, I'm going to have to figure something else out. And then the last thing that we're working on the sales vault, the email vault. So it's going to be all the email templates and sequences you guys need, because I know everybody struggles with that. And then I'll give you real life examples of my emails that I've sent out over the last 5 to 6 years that have always just worked. And honestly, my strategy has always been, and this is what I tell people when you're struggling for copy, think of Target and Walmart and especially during the holidays or any time during the year, but think of all these big companies like Forever 21, whatever. You're getting massive amounts of spam email. I know you are. They have marketing departments that are massive, that are spending millions of dollars on research and copywriters and all that. Take their emails, mimic it, and put it in your own words for your clients. So for example, my Father's Day ad that I ran videos for that literally made over $5,000 in a couple days for my client, that copy I took, obviously I reworded it to apply to spas, but I took it, I don't know if anybody knows the thermostat, the Nest in the house. My house is a smart house, so I can control my thermostat from my cell phone, so it's called the Nest. They had sent me a Father's Day email that's like, your father should be your hero and this and this and this. I took that same copy, put it in an email sequence, and there you go, done. I also put that same copy in a video as the copy in the video. So it's thinking like these people are already doing the hard work for you. Just take that and, you know, mimic people who are doing it successfully. Make your life easier, right? Work smarter, not harder. It's the whole point of this group, right? So yeah, we're working on the email sequencing, we're working on the sales scripting, and then the last thing we're working on is the accountability program. So I already put my course. Everybody was struggling, like, oh my God, this is so much information, we don't know where to start. And everybody kind of just started in the middle. So everybody went straight to my ad builds because I guess that's just our nature. But in reality, I want you to start in your client connecting and how to get your clients coming to you. I show you 3 ways to do that. How to optimize your pages, how to activate your clients, and then you go into your ad build. So the accountability program puts it into weeks for you so that you can follow by weeks and then kind of holds you accountable using a bot. So anyway, so that's all coming in the next weeks. Sonia, you're gonna get all of that. Don't worry. Anna, you're amazing. Juan, this is all in my course, everything. There's so much more in there too already. Like I always say, people don't really know too much about the Grow Reviews module or the We Miss You campaign, but I'll probably do more lives about that just so you guys understand the importance of this stuff. But that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Currently, real estate accounting, martial arts, and getting into restaurants. Oh, cool, Sonia. You should watch the live I did last week with Jay that was about restaurants. I had no idea this is all in it. Oh, yeah. And when you get in, you're going to see there's a lot more. Like, you get all the scripts, you get the We Miss You campaign, you know, makes money literally in 24 hours for your clients and takes you less than 25 minutes to do. I'm going to put the new module in how to, somebody's been asking me about social media marketing. That's where I started. So I am going to show you how I automate social media marketing for my clients, charge them $500 a month for it, and I haven't touched it in 2 years. So yeah, I'm gonna add that one too. I'll drop the link on, don't worry about it. And yeah, so that's it. If you guys have questions, let me know. Always here to answer your questions. My inbox is flooded, so if you have questions, just put them here and tag me. I can't even get to all the messages in my inbox right now. So just let me know down below and let me know if you got any value from this. All right, thanks guys.